Hi guys, how are you all on this day? Today's topic of discussion is delegation. Now, it's one of the single most talked about topics I encounter when dealing with clients, prospective clients, even just people in the industry. They say, oh, I'm terrible at delegating. I'm the worst for doing it. I just can't let things go. Or a case of, I just don't know how. What do you give an assistant to do? Or what do you give your team to do? Like, I micromanage things and so on and so forth. It's actually incredibly simple. And I'm going to give you 3 tips that will make your life so much easier and help you delegate certain jobs. The one that is the most important, so tip number 1, are you the only person that can do the job? Are you the only person with the skill set to carry out this task? If no, you can delegate it. It could be something as simple as completing a form, writing a report, doing the minutes to a meeting. It could be something as simple as travel arrangements, or even making a phone call to a client. Does it have to be you? 9 times out of 10, probably not. If it doesn't have to be you, delegate it. If it is a required skill set, such as bookkeeping, and you're the only person that's got that skill set, then you cannot delegate it. So that is my number 1 tip. Think about all the things you have to do and look at them with an outsider's eye, because sometimes we get a little bit too emotional to some of the things we do within our business, and see if anybody else can do it. If they can, delegate it. The second tip is what I've just touched upon, and it's making a list of all the tasks you do. So many people say, oh, I haven't got the first clue where to start. I don't really know what takes up most of my day, but before I know it, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon and I feel like I haven't done anything. Write down everything you do. It seems time consuming, especially when you haven't got time. You know, you're a time poor business and time isn't on your side, and somebody's saying, write down everything you do all day, and you're thinking, oh, you're just adding to my list of things to do. It will pay off in the long run. Write them down, okay? Write down everything, and then when you're on the train or you're just sitting at home watching TV, look at that list and say, wow. And I promise you, you will be shocked at how long you spend doing the tiniest of tasks, like uploading things onto your CRM system. It might be just adding a contact, but say it takes you 10 minutes to do that, 9 or 10 minutes, and you're doing that 5 times a day, that's almost an hour. And 9 times out of 10, if it's a new contact, it requires a new company. So then you're adding the company onto the CRM system as well, and before you know it, you've spent 15 minutes faffing about with one contact. You can give that to somebody else. That is not something that you have to do. Anybody can do that. It's what I do for a client at the minute, and it saves him probably 45 minutes a day. Think about that. 45 minutes a day. So how long's that? 3 hours and 45 minutes a week you're saving. Wow. And probably giving things like that to an assistant, they probably do it quicker than you do. I'll be honest, they probably do. So take the time to make a list of all the things you do. That is my second tip. And I know you're going to sit there and say, I don't have the time. Make the time. My third tip, make the time. Teach people how to do the role. If you want to delegate it to somebody and you want that time back, you have to take the time to teach someone how to do it. I have so many people saying, oh, my diary's full, I don't have time for this. I just don't. You do. Because if you make time now, you will gain back so much more in the future, honestly. Oh, it's one of the biggest frustrations of mine when people say, I don't have time to teach them. You do. If it's important to you, you do. If somebody said to you, you need to be here at 12:30 on the dot and you'll win £1 million, you would cancel everything in your diary and be there at 12:30 to get that £1 million. It's about what is important to you. So if you are drowning and you need time, not just for your business, but for your mental health as well, because sometimes we get so bogged down that we just can't see through the massive tasks we have to do. Make the time. I assure you, if you take the time now, you could give yourself back hours in your day. So my top 3 tips. 1, are you the only person that can do the job? If not, delegate it. Number 2, make a list of everything you do in the day. You'll have a clearer picture of everything you can delegate. Number 3, take the time. Take the time to write that list. Take the time to teach that person how to do the role, how to do the task. Give them the knowledge they need to carry it out as well as you can. If you don't, you'll have no end of headaches in the future. They'll either ask a million questions, which I advocate, by the way. If you need to know how to do a job, you need to know how to do it properly. So ask as many questions as you need to begin with, to get the job done. Just don't ask the same questions over and over again because you haven't written down the answers previously. So they'll either ask a million questions or they won't ask any questions at all because they think you've given them the knowledge they need to do the job. And when it comes to them giving you the final piece on the deadline date and you say, where's this? And you get a response of, oh, you didn't tell me about that. I didn't know that I had to do that. Or, oh, you've done this, but you haven't included that. I didn't realise I had to. And you'll be inwardly or outwardly screaming at this poor person because you didn't take the time to start with. So take the time, okay? My top 3 tips. I promise you, in the long run, you will be thanking me for giving you these tips. You'll wonder how you ever did all this stuff before you delegated it. And you'll also be wondering how the hell you ever lived without your assistant. So take the time, think about the tasks you do and question, can somebody else do this? Have a fabulous day, and I really hope this video has helped you. Before you leave this page, click on the subscribe button for more tips and advice on how to help your business.